with the 25th overall selection, the Orlando Magic selecting Jase Richardson, the kid who can jump out of the gym from Michigan State. A lot of people had him mocked higher in this first round. What's your grade here?
This is a B+. This is actually exactly where I had him mocked.
Okay.
Because I think Orlando needs two things following the Desmond Bane trade. They need backcourt depth, and they need floor spacing in the form of shooting. And Richardson checks both of those boxes. He was exceptionally efficient and simultaneously versatile this year at Michigan State. Scored at different spots on the floor and did it at a very high ratio. He even finished better at the rim than you would expect because he's still physically undeveloped in terms of his frame. And his basketball IQ is very, very high. Now, the problem is he's not 6'3". In fact, he measured in at 6.5 inches, 6 feet and 1/2 inches. So the combo guard thing is going to be tough at that size in the NBA. We'll have to see if he can evolve into a true point guard. But he gives them the shooting and the backcourt depth that they needed.
Yeah, Orlando finished dead last in three-point field goal percentage this past season. So Desmond Bane helps that, but they needed more, and he does provide that. If you look at the season three-point percentage, it's not as impressive as what I'm about to tell you, but what I'm about to tell you is true. Over the final 15 games of his college career, he shot 42% from three. The issue is the size. He's little, he's little. And he's not a true point guard, and you can really get bullied on the defensive end of the court because though he is the son of a professional basketball player, he's not a great athlete. He's a good athlete, but not like off-the-charts athlete. So little, not an elite athlete. You got some stuff working against you, but he knows how to play, knows how to change speeds, and he can make a shot. I'm a believer.
Did I hear that right? Did you say a B?
B+, I think.
B+.
I just heard GP call the guy little 3 times and say he was going to get bullied.
It's always relative to other NBA players. He's big relative to me.
You're little. You're going to get bullied.
6'3", 185.
He's big.
Not 6'3".
He's big compared to me.
Michigan State listed him at 6'3". He got measured at 6 feet and 1/2 inches.
Yeah, he's big compared to me, but little relative to most of the people he's going to be asked to guard.
B+ you gave it.
B+.
Okay. All right. Matt Norlander is going to join the conversation here on Jase Richardson. You heard Adam, he said B+. You spent some time, of course, in East Lansing with Tom Izzo. You knew that three-point shooting was their problem this past season. But as you heard Gary, Jase came on at the end of the season. What do you think here of this pick, the fit for Jase Richardson?
Yeah, did I hear a D out of Gary Parrish on this, by the way? D from Gary Parrish on the Jase Richardson.
No D.
I don't give grades.
He's dying to do it.
He's dying to do it.
I know.
He's not giving D's. There's no D's. We've not given out a failing grade yet.
I had to bring it back for all time's sake. We'll get into that on the podcast after the draft is done. I'm not surprised here at all. Orlando is looking to draft a guard almost regardless of which guard, what the best player available here. I think that they were always destined to take a guard in this spot. I think in their heart of hearts, they were hoping Walter Clayton Jr. would fall to 25. I just think that it was off the board for days now at this point. Richardson is going to have a chance. I don't think he's going to be a player that's going to be playing relevant minutes for the Magic over the next 2 seasons. He's going to be a locker room boost. He's going to do the job. He's having a father who not only at one point I believe played for Orlando, who has spent well over a decade in the league. This is all going to help him. Like I believe that he will stick in the league. He has plenty of work to do on his body. He's got to. I agree with Adam. He has to grow into a true point guard. He is barely over 6 feet. If you look at the amount of players, I think it's in the single digits at this point in the NBA. How many guys are 6 feet or under? Now he technically beats that threshold by a half inch. He's just going to have a lot of work to do there. And as I said before the draft started earlier tonight, there was concern that he would drop from once thought to be a pick in the teens. He did have the medical with his knee, and he's been a good player in spite of that. But sometimes teams will look at that and give it another reason as to why, you know what? All things being equal, we're going to take a chance on someone else as opposed to an undersized guard, one-and-done player who wasn't expected to initially be a one-and-done player. Good for Jase Richardson. He played himself into this spot. I think he sticks in the league, but I'm not sure if he'll wind up being a starting-level point guard at any point in his career.
You like those new unis?
The new unis.
Yeah, the Orlando Magic. Right? A. Yeah, they look good.
But I still go back to, as a young person growing up in Memphis and Penny Hardaway goes to Orlando, I still go back to those pinstripes.
They're similar. They got a similar look. It's a throwback to it. You got to take a look. It's pretty good. They look pretty good.